How many of y'all want to know the quickest way to get rid of police brutality? How many really want to know? The quickest way to get rid of the police brutality is to get rid of police. I love fighting me some crackers. Straight up. I stay in jail. Why do I stay in jail? Because I defend my hood.
Sorry, I thought for a second there I thought I was watching Mel Gibson there in the end. Okay, pretty profound, incredible logic there. There wouldn't be any police brutality if we just didn't have any of those darn police. Okay, all right. Don't worry, that's just the Philadelphia arm of the Black Panthers. And there's no problems with the police getting shot in Philadelphia. Oh, no, there is. It's also not like the head of the Panthers is talking now about getting armed.
I told you last night the Tea Party is arming. The white man already been armed. He's just arming even more. I don't even see how we got a discussion or a debate in the black community on whether or not we should be armed. Of course we should be armed mentally, culturally, and spiritually. But if you don't think that we need to be in self-defense, according, for those who are watching, to our Second Amendment rights, if you think we should go less than our so-called constitutional rights, you're out of your mind.
So we're arming against the Black Panthers. No. What are there, like 6 of you? Okay. Nothing inflammatory there. Just move along, folks. And nobody in the media pay any attention to this. No. MSNBC, and I'll have to show you this, MSNBC went out of their way to show how dangerous the racist Tea Parties are. Was showing up with guns. I want to show you. This is from MSNBC. Now look, here it is. Now they're racist. They're arming themselves. They're racist. A white arm, white arm. Look how racist this is. Now let me put it carefully, because it's a nice edit job. Let me put it side by side with the original video, because we have it. There it is. There it is. What a racist. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Big black head. Uh-oh. That's why this on MSNBC just keeps going up, and then they edit back down. They never get to the head. Why? Why? They will go this far to paint the racist Tea Party goers. Look at that edit. And yet they're silent on the Black Panthers. The administration, mark my words, the administration is going to come out once things really heat up, after he's given them so much rope and so much room to run, he'll eventually come out and say, I am not for these Panthers. Where's Nancy Pelosi on this one? King Shamir says it's all about the police. I want to show you this is not about race. This is about revolutionaries. It's not about race. And it's the same stupid, dope-smoking hippies from the 60s. You know what? Let me tell you something. If you were in college in the 1960s, I'm so sick of you. And I'm sorry to say that, because if you're watching this show, most likely you're like, I know, brother, I went to school with these hippies. I'm sorry. But you had to pick up the slack for the fellow brothers and sisters that you carried your whole life because they went into academia. Oh, I'm Bill Ayers. I went to prison and then to academia. I'm sorry, but if you're retired now, your job ain't done yet. You've got to help your country again. I know you already fought in Vietnam. You got to help it again, because the same players are here to destroy it again. Here's a white person from the Detroit Social Forum talking about border guards. Sounds like the Panthers, so it can't be about race.
We go into our restaurants and there's border patrol sitting there. Would you sit next to the Ku Klux Klan if they were sitting in a restaurant with a hood on over their heads? Thank you. But there is no place for border patrol in the community. They have no good intentions. They have no good intentions for us. So when you see them, refuse to sit with them, refuse to eat with them, pretend like, they are the menace that they are, and pretty soon everybody will catch on to it, and they won't feel so goddamn comfortable to terrorize our communities.
Terrorize our communities. I apologize, Border Patrol. I apologize to our military. I apologize to our cops, and I apologize to our Border Patrol. I don't know how, as a nation, we have gotten ourselves with these people running the gun. I don't know. I have no idea. Thank you for doing what you do every day. There is a common enemy, just exactly the way there were in the 1960s. Oh, sure, they used to say the cops are pigs, but that didn't win anything. So now they just say the police acted stupidly. 36% of the police in Philadelphia are black. How's that working out? Is there 36% that are good? No. We told you last night. You can be black, you can be white, you can be on the wrong side if you're the oppressor. So it's not about race. Not about race. You know, it'd be interesting to find out, but we would need somebody with any kind of power to figure it out. Here's Democratic Congressman Brad Sherman at a town hall meeting getting asked about the Panther intimidation case and the DOJ. Here's how he reacted.
As to the Black Panther Party,
Watch his face.
I'm simply not aware of that case.
I've never seen anything like this before. I've never seen anything like this before. First of all, did you notice he wasn't surprised when they reacted that way? I was. If I didn't know, I would have been like, whoa, 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 calm down, people. He wasn't. Everyone in the room knows about this case, but not your United States Congressman. What the hell are we paying this guy for? He had never heard of it. Why? Well, his boss, Nancy Pelosi, she's so scared of the violent rhetoric. Watches for the Tea Party.
I saw this myself in the late
Open your eyes a
70s
little more.
in San Francisco.
Somebody blow up my eyes.
This kind of rhetoric was very frightening, and it created a climate in which violence took place.
Yeah, in the San Francisco in the 70s where the violence, wait a minute, that was Jim Jones. Hey, wait a minute, wasn't he a communist? Yes, she has heard that kind of rhetoric from communist revolutionaries. And the same rhetoric from the 1960s. Think back to the 1960s. The rhetoric was coming from the radicals and the revolutionaries, from people like Bill Ayers. And former SDS member Andy Stern. You know what? He's just talked about this recently, too. He remembers this rhetoric. Washington Post. Here's Andy Stern. Democrats lack fresh ideas. He said that he is convinced from his experience in the civil rights movement that the pressure is needed to bring about real change. It was not enough to have Martin Luther King Jr., Stern said. You needed Stokely Carmichael to raise the threat of disruption unless demands were met. Carmichael was the flamboyant civil rights activist known for coining the term Black Power. Got it. So Andy Stern says it wasn't Martin Luther King. No. It was the Black Power crowd whose threat of disruption that pushed Congress to act. The threat of disruption. Well, the good news is at least this isn't somebody influential saying this, or someone talking about the power of persuasion. No.
We're trying to use the power of persuasion. And if that doesn't work, we're going to use the persuasion of power.
We took names. We watched how they voted. We know where they lived.
And it's not like this guy is President Obama's, right-hand man on health care, visits the White House more than anybody else. No. If it were that, well, then it would almost seem plausible as an explanation to why the DOJ dropped the Black Panther case out of the blue, because they need a threat. They need a threat. It's almost like they need an emergency and then not waste it. That's weird. They're not crying about rhetoric from the 60s in San Francisco when they hear actual racism and threats. No. So what is it they want us to do? What are they trying to make us do? It's almost like they wanted to nudge us into some sort of action. What could that be? I want to stop here. I just want you to think about that. It's almost like a nudge. Oh my gosh. It's Cass Sunstein who says nudge people into action. So it's almost like they're nudging. Now, what would the goal be? To be so open and transparent? We're gonna think about that. I'll come back. I'll see if I can come up with an answer next.